welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing? It's SisiYemmie and Bobo Yemmie.
Hi.
And today we're going to be discussing long distance relationships. It's not just discussing long distance relationships. We're going to be sharing our tips for long distance relationships. We promised to do this video a very long time ago, about 5 months ago actually. But we apologize because we've not been in the same place for the past 5 months, so that's why we haven't made a video. But today we're getting to it and we're going to be sharing with you some of the tips we think will be helpful if you're in a long distance relationship.
So the first thing about a long distance relationship is, like real estate, location. It's communication. There's no amount of investment you can put in communications when it comes to long distance relationship. I'm talking about Skype. I'm talking about BBM. We're talking about you some days spending more money on your credit than on your meal. So communication is essential, is key to a long distance relationship. Also,
when we talk about communication, you don't want to over communicate. Like there's some people, they will ping you from morning till night every 5 seconds. That can drive your partner crazy. So do not over communicate.
Yeah, don't go stalking.
Don't stalk your partner. Just communicate normally. Just make sure the channels of communications are open. The second tip we're going to share is first of all, you have to be honest from the beginning. Both of you have to be on the same page. You have to be truthful about what you want from the relationship. It can't be that one person is in the long distance and then the other person can do whatever it is they please. Both of you have to be in a relationship together. You have to be honest, and then you have to build your level of trust. When I say build your level of trust, you have to make sure, because sometimes people get very paranoid. It's very easy to get paranoid in a long distance relationship.
The thing about a long distance relationship is those time of doubts will come. They will definitely come, but you don't want to make rash decisions based on those moments of doubt. Just because you doubt the person doesn't mean the person isn't trustworthy. But don't make those decisions based on those doubts. You want to be in a position where over time the person might prove themselves to be a self-worthy partner. But then again, don't go into a relationship with somebody that's not worth that trust.
Another thing is timeline. In the beginning of your long distance relationship, you have to set a start date and an end date, which is a date where maybe you both will come back to the same location, or a date where you're going to get married and you're going to be in the same place. But it has to have a timeline, it has to have an end date. So when you keep looking forward to that, it actually encourages you. So you really need to set a timeline for your long distance relationship.
In a long distance relationship, it's very important for you to have rules. You need to put those rules that will help you in your relationship. It's not like, this is a long distance relationship. It's not like one of those relationships where you're on the island or you're in Lagos, or there's a short distance in between. It's a long distance relationship. You need those rules to guide you. You need maybe rules like, if we quarrel, we're not allowed to drop the phone on each other, or if you're coming home late beyond certain time, just let me know. Give me a call or send a message to let me know. You just want those rules so that you people can be on board. Yeah, be on the same page, be on board the same page. So you need those rules to guide you in what you're going to do. You're not going to follow all the rules. You're going to break some of them, but you need the rules to create a standard in your relationship.
Exactly.
That will help you. A part that is important for me is willpower. To me, willpower means a lot to me in a relationship, because you will have some bad days. And in your long distance relationship, it does not mean you should just throw everything away. It's not a good excuse to throw everything. So willpower is what makes a difference between if you will continue on some days and if your relationship is going to end. And I know people talk about trust and honesty, which is important in a relationship. But even if your relationship is having problems with trust, willpower is always what helps to compensate for those issues.
If you're very determined, you will see the relationship to an end. If both of you are on the same page and both of you have willpower and you're determined, you will always have the best relationship. You even need that kind of determination in any kind of relationship, not just long distance. So you need willpower.
Another very good tip in a long distance relationship is having a common interest. You want to have, if you have some things that you do together, if it's watching National Geographics, if it's watching SisiYemmie, whatever you people do, it's good to have that common interest. So when you finally in that point in the day where you are able to communicate with each other, you have something in common to talk about.
And one thing I would say, being in a long distance gives you the opportunity to maintain your individuality, meaning you can do anything you like. If that's the time to face your studies, because nobody's going, there's no boyfriend, there's no girlfriend to take your time. Granted, you'll be on the phone on some days, or you'll be on Skype wasting your time away. You can use the time you have, the free time you have in your long distance relationship, to do things you want to do with your life. Build a career, pick up a hobby, do anything. You have so much time on your hands. You might not have this much time on your hands in the future. So I would advise you to take up something, because that's actually how I started blogging, because I had so much time on my hands and I decided to start SisiYemmie, and as you can see, here we are.
Another important point about long distance relationship is when you finally do get some time to be together, you want to spend as much time possible together, and doing a lot of things to build your relationship. So it's always good to sometimes plan ahead of time what you intend to do, but most importantly, spend time with yourselves first before pursuing other things like visiting common friends or family members, or getting into some activity. Always spend more time with yourself.
In your long distance, always be positive. People are going to say a lot of negative things to you. You don't have to listen to them. Do you know what? In life, people say so many negative things regarding so many things. Even if you were in a normal relationship, people will still say negative things to you. They will tell you long distance relationship doesn't work. But I would say a relationship is only as strong as the two people involved. So if you actually want your relationship to work, it's up to you. Keep the positivity in your relationship. In a long distance relationship, you have to be very proactive, and by proactive I mean, for example, if your girlfriend or your boyfriend's birthday is in October, by April you should start thinking about what to give to them, how you're going to get it done. If you have to ship it, start thinking about it beforehand, not 1 week to the birthday and then you start racking your brain and wondering what you ought to do. Think about it on time, be proactive.
I mean, as much as your situation is awkward, you want to create an impression that things are still normal, things are still the same. So you don't want a situation where you have to say, oh, I couldn't do this because of it's a long distance relationship. You want to make it feel like, you just live next door, but you couldn't come by. So if it's to send those gifts, you still have to send the gifts, the flowers, the cake, So in conclusion for me, in summary, 2 things that really worked for me. The first thing is willpower. You need the willpower. It will make a huge difference in your relationship and on the longevity of your relationship. So willpower, that's the first thing. The second thing is you have to be the major determinant for your relationship. You have to be able to say, I want it to work, so it's going to work. You don't need anybody telling you how to run your relationship. You should be the alpha and omega for your relationship.
Yes, so we've come to the end of this video. We didn't want it to be very long because we actually have a lot of questions from people that we should have answered. Maybe we'll make that a separate video so this one is not so long. If you have any questions, any inquiries, any tips, send them to me, sisiyemmie@gmail.com. Don't send any to him because he doesn't have time to read messages. Yeah. I will read all the messages because I'm the one that loves you people. I love you people more than he loves you. Yeah. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I love all my new subscribers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mwah. Mwah.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye.